Just dabbing furiously because it's commander time. What up, everybody? It's Kylot from Magic Stew, and we're back with some more EDH content. Yes! The response to the last video was super positive, so I decided I would come back and give you guys another one. We're talking about budget staples for an Esper commander deck. That's right. Not budget, maybe not budget staples. Staples might be the wrong word for this. I'm talking about budget sleepers, actually. Sleepers is probably a little bit better of a title. So today, I want to talk about 4 of them. 4 really good cards in any single Esper commander deck. Ooh, for dirt freaking cheap. So we're just going to jump right into it. Oh, before I forget though, if this is your first time here, hello. And if it's your first time here for commander content, be sure to check out my last video, which was 10 cards for $7 that go in every single commander deck. That's right, 10 cards, $7, infinite commander decks. 10% of every commander deck you'll ever play, taken care of for $7 by your boy, right here. You're welcome, obviously. Do we get like a budget dab? Is it just... Okay, all right, I'm done. I'm sorry. I apologize. Fam, for my dabs being on fleek. All right, I'm sorry. All right, seriously, I'm done now. I promise. All right, so our first card that I want to talk about a little bit is Vizkopa Guildmage. Now, Vizkopa Guildmage is sitting pretty at 7 cents, which I think any member of the Orzhov Guild would seriously appreciate. 7 cents is a bargain. It's a straight up steal for a card with as much utility as Vizkopa Guildmage. So the way that this card works, you can give one of your guys lifelink, and then every time you gain life that turn, their opponent's actually going to lose that much life, which is really cool. So if you've got things like an unblockable commander that's sort of like, you know, steadily chipping in, or if you have creatures with evasion, it's a great way to gain some life. And although I know commander damage is, you know, the most important thing in commander, let's not forget that there are other non-commander creatures that are trying to kill you, and life gain still matters. But what's really cool about Vizkopa Guildmage is that you can actually stack that second ability, that whenever you gain life, your opponents lose that much life clause, multiple times, which means in a format like commander, where your mana is like all over the place and you've got a ton of it to spend, you can actually inflict a ton of pain onto your enemies. This is a little piece of, not sideboard tech, but this is a card that can often go underlooked and under the radar and sort of score you some wins or pad your life total out of nowhere. And it's only 7 cents. It's like a nickel and 2 pennies, and you get like one of the best 2-drop guild mages of all time. Also, if you're a modern player, there's like a crazy budget version of life gain, death touch sort of thing that runs this card, but we're talking about Esper Commander. But for 7 cents, I would be remiss if I didn't mention Vizkopa Guildmage. The next card I want to talk about, and it's the most expensive card on this list. In fact, it's one of the most expensive cards, I think on both lists. It's the most expensive card that I've talked about. But I love it. I love this card. It's badass looking. It has a cool ability. The art is great. And you know what? I just enjoyed a bunch. And we're going to talk a little bit about Magister Sphinx. So for $3.50, Magister Sphinx gives you a big, giant flyer. But that's not why we're playing it. We're talking about that amazing ability, which is your opponent's life total becomes 10. That's it. Opponent's life total becomes 10. Now, in a regular game of Magic, when you're sitting at 20 life, the idea of losing 10 life, it kind of isn't that great. A lot of times you might actually be under, you know, you might have like way more life than your opponent. Like if you have 18 life and your opponent has 9, and then you're like play Magister Sphinx, you basically just gained your opponent 1 to play a 5/5 flyer, which frankly speaking isn't all that great. But in Commander, where you have 40 life, and what's more important, there's a lot of like gain a ton of life strategies. For example, it's not impossible in Commander for you to gain infinite life. However, the way that the ruling it works is that you actually have to state a number. So you can't just say I gain infinite life. You have to say I gain, 600 quintillion life, which is fine. But then you play Magister Sphinx and they're back down to 10. Dun-dun-dun, which is actually amazing. This card is an awesome reanimation target. It's hysterical for you to blink it back and forth out of play. And again, it's just one of those cards that I really enjoy playing with and against, as it's such a wild card. If anyone's ever seen the Always Sunny in Philadelphia, this is the Charlie of our Always Sunny Esper gang. So I absolutely love Magister Sphinx. And for $3.50, it's a little pricey. It's a little pricey, I know, but it might be worth giving a try, especially if you're an Esper Commander player looking for a little bit of interesting tech. The next card I want to talk about is Dawn Charm, which is sitting at about 50 cents right now. Now, Dawn Charm is one of those overlooked commons. Everyone talks about like Mana Tithe. We're talking about white instant commons from Planar Chaos, but I really want to give a shout out to Dawn Charm here because all of its abilities are incredibly relevant. And this card, man, you want to talk about a card that gets slept on? No one expects Dawn Charm. No one expects having their spell that, targets you countered. There's an incredible amount of versatility with this card. All of the modes tend to be much better than you expect. And again, there's that sort of gotcha factor when you play Dawn Charm. No one ever expects this ever, and it's hysterical. I love Dawn Charm. I think it is highly underrated and definitely worth checking out, especially at 50 cents. I mean, this is half a dollar McChicken at McDonald's. Come on. You can't go wrong with half a McChicken. What do you want? Half a chicken sandwich, or you want a card that's amazing in all of your white commander decks, especially in an Esper commander deck list. So check out Dawn Charm. I promise you won't be disappointed. It's a great one. Maybe send me that half of the McChicken. I don't know. I'm a Magic player. I'm not a cop. You do what you want. But last but certainly not least, I want to talk about the best card on our list and the second cheapest card on our list. That's right. The second cheapest card on our list is the best, most powerful, most impactful one on this list. And I know that sounds odd, but we're talking about the thing, the myth, the legend, the Ixodron. Now, I know this thing doesn't look super impressive, right? The idea that it doesn't wipe your opponent's creatures or bounce your opponent's creatures, it might seem like a big thing. But let's talk about this for a second. Blue decks, and blue as a whole, lacks hard removal, essentially, or anything really to sort of deal with your opponent's problem creatures, your opponent's gotcha creatures. I mean, Cyclonic Rift is great, but Cyclonic Rift is also $6.75 right now. I mean, I would still recommend that you get it, but Ixodron is amazing. Not only does Ixodron leave you with a powerful creature when you play it, but it turns all of your opponent's creatures into useless 2/2s. And here's the kicker, if they don't have Morph already printed on the card, they can't unmorph. Which means all of your opponent's big creatures, gonzo. They're a bunch of 2/2 goblin dorks. All of your opponent's hexproof creatures, done. Those problem utility guys, things that are bouncing things from your opponent's deck and putting them into battlefield, things that are making your opponent mana, creatures that are like bouncing around and shooting stuff out and killing your guys, gone. 2/2s. Vanilla 2/2s with no abilities and no way to come back from that, which is amazing. Which means if you can find a way to leave them alive, whether it's hiding behind a bunch of walls or perhaps hiding behind something like propaganda, it's awesome because your opponent has no way of getting back their 2/2s unless they kill their guys themselves. Even Cyclonic Rift or Evacuation means that our opponents are going to be able to recast their big threats. But with Ixodron, we've just turned every single one of our opponent's problem creatures into a vanilla 2/2 with jack nothing going for it. And at 42 cents, that's right, 42 cents for a card that does all of that for us, it is an absolute steal of a piece of commander tech. Please, if you are playing blue in your commander deck, you owe it to yourself to try Ixodron. What do you have to lose? 42 cents? Okay, if you try Ixodron and don't like it, you can unsubscribe. I'll be honest. If you're playing 4 or 5 people in a commander game and everyone's got these crazy creatures and you're falling behind, there is no greater feeling than turning everything in your opponent's board into a 2/2 with no abilities. Even if you don't win, I think you'll have a ton of fun with it. Also, don't unsubscribe. I like you. Please stay. I won't dab again. I promise. Sad Kyle. Sad beard. But that's it, folks. 4. That's right. 4 cards for Commander, and not a single one is above $5. Actually, they're all less than like $4. So there you go. 4 cards to go in your Esper Commander list. I think you guys will really like them. Let me know in the comments if you've tried a couple of them before, and let me know in the comments if you do try them because of this video. I'd love to see what you guys think about the stuff that I recommend. I'm a big EDH fan at heart. I'm not nearly as competitive in EDH as I am in Limited, but I'm an enthusiast. I absolutely love it. So please let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that little bell. Send us some fan mail, maybe. I don't know if you're feeling, or freestyle rap if you're feeling particularly spicy. But until next time, I'm Kyle Ott. This is Magic Stew, And thank you so much for being around here, man. You guys are just great. So peace out. Have a good one, and I will see you next time. Peace.